Hey, it is Wednesday, November 14th, and I'm not actually dead. I'm just not here with you guys right now. Some of you are actually going to get a chance to see me today because or you saw me earlier today, I guess, depending on when you're watching this, because I'm going to be on the orchestra field trip. I'm helping to chaperone that one with Mrs. Cornett, and so I get to hang out with those kids today, so I can't be in two places at once. So because of that, you get to have a wonderful sub, and I have plans for you guys and stuff to do today. So here's what we're going to be taking care of. One, I told you yesterday, as we're leading up to that, you could either be working on your idioms project today, and that's absolutely fine with me, or you're more than welcome to work on the book report book, and that is fine with me too. We have poems for the quiz on Friday, which we can talk more about in a second. I have a slide to help you out. I'll show you where they are if you need to, but you're more than welcome to go through and read those poems if you would like to get you guys ready for that. I will do a review thing during Best tomorrow, which will also help you out. There is no homework connected to Friday, so you don't have to worry about that one, but that just means the quiz is going to be a little bit tougher because the poems are challenging because we're starting into that whole you being smarter and making you work a little bit harder thing. So you have stuff to do today, so I'm not too worried about that overall. We do have our final poetry test coming up next Tuesday, and so we'll do a review game coming up next Monday, and then the final test on Tuesday. We have the final quiz coming up this Friday. We'll do our final poem tomorrow. We're finishing out poetry with the last couple things and then not having to worry about that again for a while, so we should be good to go. So once again, even if you don't do it today, don't forget that you can read the poems for Friday's quiz because you're probably going to want to look at those and understand them prior to Friday. You are more than welcome to just wing it on Friday, but they are not easy. And so my guess is that a lot of you are going to run out of time if you're just trying to look at the poem and understand it from there. So I'm just trying to help you. You're going to have to be responsible at some point or not. That could certainly be a choice. If you brought cans today, you're welcome to try to turn them into Miss Fossil, but there's every chance that she will not take them if she's smart. If she really wants to and her heart is humongous and she wants to write down your name and how many cans they are, then she can throw them behind my desk and give them to me. But if she loses that piece of paper or I don't get it, you're out of luck. So you're putting a lot of responsibility on her and on me, so that means you may not get points for the cans. So just figured I'd give you a heads up. If you really want to make sure that you get credit for those cans, hold on to them until tomorrow, and then bring them back to me and I'll be here then. And that shouldn't be an issue. Or if you want to try and give them up, that's fine. But then if I don't get the list or I get the wrong number, you're out of luck. So keep that in mind. But I figured I'd let you know as best I can to hold on to them, and we can try to help you out as best we can. So I thought I'd give you guys a new sheet today to take a look at because we keep talking about the whole idioms thing, which is due today. So I gave you one that says instead of the one we've been doing about, like hitting the hay or something like that, this one is head in the clouds. And so for this one, once again, to give you one last reviewy thing, as I've mentioned before, there are directions up here. I highly recommend you take a look at your own to make sure you follow the directions. The main one being that you have to make sure it's in pen and in pen and in pen, and then make sure you have complete sentences on those, and then make sure that your picture is covering this entire area. If not, then it's going to end up costing you points. You'll see down here that this kid also got a 9 out of 10 because up here, this is once again not a complete sentence where it says having your cranium in the puffy sky things, although it is adorable and I like it. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work as an idiom or at least a complete sentence, and so you're going to have to put a complete sentence in front of that. So you could put something along the lines of Bobby having his head or having his cranium in the puffy sky things, or you having your cranium, but just starting off with that verb makes it an incomplete sentence. So you're going to have to make sure you put some kind of subject into it, or not. This is due at the end of the period, so it is due today. If you leave today and you have not turned this in, then you are not going to get full credit. So make sure you turn it in today before you leave. Just put it on the X on my desk, and then Miss Foster will put them behind my desk, and I'll get a chance to go through and grade all of them. As long as you turn in something and it looks like you had some idea what you're doing, you'll probably get at least 7 out of 10. But if you're wanting to get beyond 7 out of 10, you're going to have to make sure you went up here and followed all those directions. If you don't follow those directions, I cannot help you. If you want to work on it today during class, you're more than welcome to. I do have colored pencils up on my desk, which you can borrow. Just make sure you return them at the end. Do not make a mess. Do not be irritating with them. You're going to have to use the little hand sharpeners because my red fancy one does not work well with those colored pencils, nor does the one on the wall. So if you want to sharpen a pencil, there's a little hand cranky one there. It's not the best, but it will sharpen them to try and help you out somewhat. Make sure you turn it in. You're more than welcome to my colored pencils. Other than that, I wish you the best of luck. Make sure I get that from you before you leave today. On my website, I have a copy of this too to help you out. I have one both for my regular class and one for my advanced class. And so this is going to tell you what's coming up on the poetry test next week. So if you take a look at it, the ones that we've already covered that are going to be on there are going to be in this section right there. And then the ones that you have to read for Friday's quiz are going to be down here. So if you don't know which ones that you're supposed to do, look down there to help you out. The poems you have to read for the final test, that's the ones that are going to be listed over here. These are all ones that we have not had a chance to read together yet that you're going to have to use and read with your own brain. They're going to be on the handouts that you have, or two of them, see, Custer the Dragon and Casey at the Bat, those two are going to be on the handout tomorrow. All the other ones you now currently have on handouts. You just have to sort of flip through there to try to find them. Those other two are bigger ones, and you're not going to get those until tomorrow. And so, yeah, well, hopefully you're just going to go through and read them. My goal is I'm going to try and give you some video links. If you want to go through and have me explain things to you, I can try to help you out as best I can. If you want a copy of this, it's on my website. I'll show you in a moment. Advanced kids, you have the exact same thing. And so it's just got some different poems listed as you go through there and take a look at it. So some of them are going to be the same. Some of them are different. Some poems we did the same. Some poems we did differently. And so you can take a look, and there's the poems once again to review. You're going to have the poems that you're going to have to read for the quiz coming up on Friday. And then the same thing, Custer the Dragon and then Casey at the Bat. Those are ones that we're going to get tomorrow, and I'll hand those out to you because they're kind of longer. But you can take a look at all the other ones, read them, have some idea of what's going to happen. I'll try to send out links as best I can of me teaching those to try to help you out. If you want to find out where to get a copy of this handout so you have some idea of what's going to be on the test for the review, it's on my website. So you just go to the poetry website or my website, and then you go up to the whole English notebook files. Sorry, not there. Not English notebook files. That's ridiculous. Who goes to English notebook files? No one ever goes there. That's a complete waste of time. You're going to go to the homework files. That makes so much more sense. And then from there, you're going to go to poetry. And then from poetry, you're going to go to this very first button that is now on there. It says Poems for Final Quiz and Test. Click on that, and it's going to give you a link. If you want to get a copy of the actual poem handouts, that's when you come down to here, and that'll give you a copy of the poem handouts to try and help you out. Click, and it's going to have those on there to try and make things better. But this is the same spot for both regular and advanced. You'll find everything you need right there. So to help you, if you don't want to lose points today, or if you do want to lose points today, here's what I have for you. If you need a new idioms homework thing because you want to turn it in today, you're more than welcome to. Unfortunately, if responsibility was not your friend and you're showing up today and you don't have it, it is going to cost you 3 B points to get a new one. Go talk to Ms. Fossil and she'll hook you up. I have extra ones on my desk. Hopefully I don't run out. We don't have that many slow kids. She'll write down your name, and then that way I'll get a chance to then charge you the points tomorrow. So we'll be able to deal with it from there. But being able to lose those 3 B points is probably better than not having it, because not having the homework done is going to cost you 3 B points and a late grade. So you might as well spend the 3 B points now to go ahead and get it done. Or you could be responsible and have brought it with you or in your locker or something like that. So hopefully that helps you out as far as the idioms homework goes. If you need a book report project paper, the big square that we're going to be using it, I will have these for sale all the way up until the day it comes due. So you don't have to buy it today. But if you're wanting to work on it today, that is fine. Once again, Ms. Fossil has a whole collection of them over there. You'll just go up, tell her your name, she'll write it down, and then tomorrow I'm either going to charge you the 5 B points or a quarter, but that will not be until tomorrow. So you have time. So as long as you bring it tomorrow, that I'll keep track of it. If you need to go to your locker for something, you're once again more than welcome to. Have her write down your name, and then tomorrow I will either charge you the 3B points or a pass. So if you're wanting to use a pass, just make sure you bring it with you to class tomorrow, and then you should be fine. If not, then I'll just charge you the B points. If you want to be annoying and bother other people and bother Miss Fossil, I don't recommend it, but you certainly can. Once again, she'll write down your name. Probably not going to be 3B points. We're probably going to go beyond that, because if you're going to irritate her to the point of writing down your name, I'm going to charge you a whole bunch more points than that, because, choices and decisions and stuff like that. But I have faith in you guys. Looking through my notes from past years, I didn't have to write many as watch out for these kid kind of notes I've had in the past. So you guys are actually pretty decent. So I'm not totally worried, but some of you might make those choices. So I figured I'd give you a heads up. Things to work on today. Either one, just work on reading your book report book, and that's fine with me. If all you want to do is read and get a start on that, you are more than welcome to. Just make sure you turn in your idiom thing before you leave today. And so you're more than welcome just to sit there and read. If you want to buy a poster and work on that, you're more than welcome to buy a poster and work on that. You can use the colored pencils. If you want to use your iPad to start typing up stuff, that's fine with me too. Sounds like responsibility. Way to be you, kid. If you'd like to work on the Don't Be an Idiom homework so that you can turn that in today before you leave, that's fine with me. Colored pencils are on my desk. Just make sure that you turn it in before you leave. I'm trying to give you as many reminders as I can. And so as soon as this video's done, if you have it with you, go and slap it down and turn it in, then you're good. Put on the X and she'll keep track of it. Other than that, if you leave, then I cannot help you and it becomes a late homework assignment. You're more than welcome to work on reading the poems for the quiz coming up on Friday to make sure you have some idea of what there's doing. If you would like to see me teach one of those poems, you can go to my YouTube if you have headphones, and then you can just type in the words BroviCast, BroviCast, and then whatever the poem name is, and there's a good chance there's a BroviCast of me teaching that poem. And that'll definitely help you understand things. Or you can just try to understand it on your own. I'm fine with it either way, but you're more than welcome to try and do that. Some of you have missing homework for me. And if you would like to work on that missing homework, so that way I don't have to be mean to you and make you stand tomorrow, hey, that sounds like a responsibility thing too. I'm fine with that. Go you. I figured the last thing I have, I'll leave a little screen up there for you. I figured last time I gave you guys a dabbing unicorn, which was adorable. So today, someone tried to tell me the other day that dabbing was dead. Dabbing will never die. It's way too much fun. Plus, here I've given you a dab dragon. A dab-a-dragon? Get it? Because it's a dabbing dragon. So I figured that only one thing could make it better than this dabbing dragon, which is absolutely adorable. And here's the one thing that makes it better. Check it out. Now it's got my face on it. And so that is a dabbing Brovigan, which is even more frightening. But anyway, I figure I'll leave this screen up for you. Miss Fossil can just pause it, leave it there. You're more than welcome to see up here. So that way you have some idea of what you're supposed to work on today. Make good choices. I'll be back tomorrow. Those of you on the orchestra field trip, hopefully we have fun together. Or if we've already been and we got back together, then hopefully we had fun together. Or if you were gone on the orchestra concert with me, then who knows? Maybe you're watching this later. Who knows? Anyway, thanks. Check you. I have no really embarrassing pictures except for me as a dragon. That's all I have for you. So, all right. Good luck. Bye.